When the average person tries to fix their diet, they change it before they understand it. They overhaul everything at once, cut out entire food groups, commit to a plan they found online, and last about 2 weeks before reverting to old habits. Then they think they failed because they couldn't stick to it. The problem isn't that they couldn't stick to it, it's that they jumped too far ahead in the sequence. Before you can improve how you eat, you need to know how you actually eat, not how you think you eat, not how you ate last Tuesday when you were being careful, how you eat on a normal week when no one is watching and nothing is on the line. That's your baseline, and without it, any change you make is just a guess. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. Self-awareness is the foundation of self-improvement. That's true in the gym, in your relationships, and at the dinner table. You cannot course correct without first knowing where you are. The good news is that building that awareness doesn't require a nutrition degree or a complicated system. It requires one thing: honest observation. Here are 3 ways to do it, ranging from simple to precise. Method 1, the photo method. This is the lowest barrier to entry and the best place to start if you've never tracked your eating before. For 7 consecutive days, or at minimum 3 weekdays and 1 weekend day, take a photo of everything you eat before you eat it. That's it. No logging, no calculating, just document. At the end of the week, review the photos. Patterns will emerge that you didn't expect. The breakfast you thought was healthy, the portion sizes that crept up without notice, the gap between meals that explains the 3 p.m. crash. The camera doesn't lie and it doesn't negotiate. It simply shows you what is. Method 2, app tracking. If you want more data, use a fitness app like MyFitnessPal. These tools have extensive food databases that make logging relatively straightforward. You don't need to be exact. Estimates are fine at this stage. The goal isn't precision yet. The goal is pattern recognition. Log your meals for a week. Then look at the numbers. Where are your calories actually coming from? How does your protein intake compare to what you assumed? What does a typical day actually look like when it's written down? The answers are often surprising and almost always useful. Method 3, weigh and measure. This is the most involved approach and the most accurate. Every portion weighed, every ingredient measured, nothing estimated. This level of detail isn't necessary for everyone, but if you're serious about understanding exactly what you're consuming, or if the first 2 methods haven't given you the clarity you need, this is where you go. It removes all ambiguity. What you see is what you ate. Here's where most people go wrong, even after they've done the work of observing their habits. They try to fix everything at once. You're going to do something much more effective. Pick one thing, one meal, one habit, one pattern that clearly needs to change. Address that, only that. Give it time to settle before you change another variable. This is a purposeful strategy. When you change one thing at a time, you can actually evaluate whether it's working. You can feel the difference in your energy, your sleep, your performance in the gym, your body composition. When you change everything simultaneously, you lose the ability to know what's helping and what isn't. The method you use to observe your habits should also be the method you use to track your progress. If you started with photos, keep taking photos. If you used an app, keep logging. Consistency in your measurement tool is what makes the data meaningful over time. You don't need a perfect plan, you need an honest picture. Grab your phone, take a photo of your next meal, and do it again tomorrow. That single act, repeated with consistency, will tell you more about your eating habits than any diet book ever could. From there, the path forward becomes clear. Not because someone handed you a program, but because you took the time to understand yourself first. That's not just good nutrition advice. That's how any meaningful change begins. That's it for today. Catch you next time.